People would say that the one thing that we could have or that we could receive that would set each of us free. I mean, not just as an individual, yes, but not just one, the entirety of individuals. And if you try to comprehend what that would be, you probably end up with something called the truth. It appears that the truth would set you free, and the truth should work for anybody that's receiving and receptive to the truth. And so, if I was thinking about something that I could say to you this Sunday morning, there would be truth to each and every last individual that hears it, what would it be? And it came to me that maybe I should say to you what I have found out for myself. And that is that there is a God. And when I say God, I'm talking about a power outside of our understanding of humankind, outside of my understanding of humankind. And personally, I believe that that power is responsible. I know we aren't for the existence of the earth and all that the earth is about, the weather, all of that. And mainly when I'm talking about the earth, I want to say that because it gives us a chance to focus on human beings. And I see all of the resources that came with the earth to do all the things that we have done, are doing, and will probably do in the future, considering there might be a future. And so I'm looking at that. All of this that has been created, made manifest. And then all of a sudden, here we are, human beings who benefit from the earth. It makes it seem like the earth is a gift, just a big present. Uh, what you talk about mansions. Everybody got a lot of money, stuff got a mansion, but just think about the earth as a mansion for the human race. Even those that have gone, those that are here, and those that will come. And then, ladies and gentlemen, put us here. And we got to survive and maintain. And yet each of us have a desire to be good and fantastic in something. Something, we call that something we love. And we love it when it gives us our greatest joy. Now, see, that comes from the power outside of me and you. I'm talking about the power that is responsible for the earth, who created us, have set it up in such a way that the resources would be here. And now we are here with a particular desire to do something. And when you break those particular desires down into categories, we find out that they are in line with building and creating and causing a manifestation of food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation, infrastructure, computers, any and everything that man has done. That comes through man's imagination. That's all from the power outside of ourselves. And each of us engaged in that process, my friends, gives us peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness. It gives us an opportunity to live the dream. We having our needs, our wants, and our desires met because all of us are about something. We are participating in life, using the basic principles of life, and makes it appears as if we're in heaven. And we say that because we've understood that heaven is the greatest and the best that you can ever get it to be. And that's what we are doing, having no need for anything else. You know the other story. So that's what I would tell you. I would say to you that the God of the world, the God of life, the God of love, the God of truth made you, each of us, individually in that mindset. In other words, each of us are responsible for that mindset, not following any groups for whatever the reason. That means that you're listening to God. Yes, you're listening to God. Does that mean you don't follow rules? Of course you got rules to follow. You're not crazy, but you're not going to go and do that which denies love. You're not going to go ahead and engage in that which denies truth. No, and if you see it, you're going to expose it, and then you're going to exemplify what it means to do the right thing. You're going to be the example. They don't know. You observed it. Now you are going to be the example of what the right thing is. See, what's hard about that? But there are people who would do anything to get your mind off God and put your mind on them. Some of them just want to be smart and try to work with you and work something out. Then there are those who want your attention right now. They don't care what you say. I heard one president say he saw the people in another country walking like ducks and stuff and all strut in such a way in honor and respect of the man who will kill them if they didn't obey. And this man who's making the statement said he wants his people to be responsive to him the same kind of way. He wants that kind of control where people just not necessarily love him, but if they don't, they better be in because they know that what he'll do to them. And the story of life, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to me, is this. That represents a different, I would call it anti-God's way because of the pain and suffering that comes with it. But what the message, the true message is that if you are against that, you are representing that every day in your life. Whenever something is out of line, you observe it. It is your duty to expose it, but at the same time, be able to set the example and willing to pay whatever price it is. You have to be willing to pay every price it is because if you are not willing to pay the price, then you're not real. You just fake. You just walking around talking. And the challenge is be real. Sometimes it makes it seem as if wrong is set there for a purpose. Set there is to deceive you if they have to make you think that you got it going on, only to get you to the end and say it demands that you pay the price. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere. So if you're real now, you're going to pay the price. Just think about if you had been real yesterday. Maybe you wouldn't have to pay the price, but you weren't. And so because you weren't, now it's tougher. It's tougher. But in any event, when it comes down to being right and wrong, there's a distinction. For instance, in America today, I hope the thing's still recording. In America today, the the bulk of the people can't stand the new legislation that the people that they have hired. We have hired these people to go in and do what we want. They went in, they promised us that that's what they were going to do. They got in, and then they said, we're going to do what we want to do, and you ain't got nothing you can do about it. Because the other people that you put in place to look after us, no, we got rid of them, and we are stuck in who we want to be in. So we can do exactly what we want to do to you. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put some of you guys over there in the alligator place. We're going to take the rest of you and put you in tents. We're going to, and all of the ugly stuff they're saying that they're going to do to us. Now, the other people who say, oh my God, what am I going to do? What can help somebody? I used to hate black people, but black people, I love you now. Can we all get together and fix this thing out? And nobody said anything to the Christian because the Christian right in the mix doing everything that don't nobody know what the heck is going on. Christian, now you got the challenge. The challenge now is: are you going to acquiesce, bend, or what? Yeah, what are you going to do? And all you got to do is look around. You see, you didn't do what God would have you do because if you believe in Jesus Christ, you would not believe that lie. Whoever tricking you, trying to get you to believe. Jesus Christ said it doesn't matter. You come down here and be God on earth. And the people here, the resources here will turn against you, and they will take you straight to the cross and kill you. And those who stand around saying they believe you, rather than being out there on the cross too, because they know you telling the truth and they're with you, they walking out there with their head hanging down, talking about you gonna come back one day and save them. No, buddy, you better wake your tail up and tell these people to straighten up. And it doesn't matter if they don't, because you ain't following nothing that ain't straight. And what does that mean? That means you're not following anything that's causing pain and suffering to other people. I don't care if you're black, white, tall, straight, fat, skinny, or gay. Whatever you think about gay people, I don't care what you think about gay. God loves them. And until you can get your mind straight with like God wanted to be, you're gonna be acting crazy. And you're a problem. You're a complicated matter. And that's what allows you to follow stuff like what's going on in the country now. Right now, what's the plan of those who don't have a plan? What's the plan of those who think they're smart, who are going to go to the courts? The courts have already almost done everything they possibly can to insulate this man and insulate this way of life. And then those of you who are led by God, what you going to do? Well, hoping Jesus come back now and start spanking folks? No, baby. Jesus' life says, go to the cross. Tell them to bye-bye and tell them they can have it. Go to the cross. Now, if you believe that Jesus was all that Jesus was said that they said Jesus was about, then you'll be ready to go up on that cross before you go and let Donald Trump and all these folks mess over people like they're doing. You wouldn't put up with this. This ain't nothing but demonic stuff from the pit of hell. And you know God, and you got some God in you, and you sitting back gonna look at this, and your name when history come out, they gonna say, who lived back there when all this barbaric stuff was going on? And your name gonna be right there in the middle. Call yourself something of God. Come on, people. Wake up. Wake up. It doesn't matter if everybody on the face of the earth says, do what you want to, because it's all right. You, that you one individual, got the key in your hand. Are you going to stand? Are you going to bend? If you bend, hey, why not? You know, everybody else is doing it right. But you going through just the same things that they're going through. Why? Because there's no difference in you. But if there were, be okay. You're not the first. You're not the only. And you won't always. So I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, your freedom is in your hand. Be a good person. And when your nation becomes cruel and evil and low down, don't you become that. You stay good, you stay kind, compassionate, have heart, and represent those who need it. And that is the whole human race. That the ones who hate, they need it the most. They need some love, and they need somebody to just hug them and then push their tail all up the road, the straight road. I made that because it seemed a little funny, but nothing about life is funny until you get it together. And then when you get it together, it will be funny when you look back and see how messed up you used to be. But now, you know what? You are, you are, do I say it? Let me say it. You are woke. Thank God you are not asleep now. Goodbye.